It's constantly snowing ash in this area. This can't be healthy for anyone, and yet there are loads of trainers in this place, and there's even a town nearby. That's a terrible location for a town, if you ask me. And, of course, there's also Lava Ridge, which is at the very foot of the volcano, so if it erupts, it's going to get completely incinerated. Okay, so I forgot to mention in the last video that I gave Steel Wing to Skarmory through that TM Steven gave me. Oh, and we got a male Spinda here. You know what that means? It's time to catch it! Okay, so I guess it's about 1/3 down, so I'm gonna go with a slightly weaker hit, so I'm gonna try pecking it twice, see what happens. Once, okay, still good, and for the second one it's gonna be tight, but I don't want to take any chances. I don't have many balls left, so... Oh! Whoa! I thought it was dead! I can't even see the HP bar anymore because it's got so little HP. Well, at least I think that means it's got 1 HP and not one more, and thankfully not one less. So let's see if it's going to be any easier to catch than Skarmory. 1, 2, 3, yeah! Only 1 ball for Spinda. Of course, I think it's got a much higher catch rate, and yes, as someone pointed out, I think it was the Shiny Feraligatr, there are supposedly tens of thousands of different spot placements for Spinda, so yeah, don't try to collect them all. So now I'm gonna heal because, well, not only is Spinda almost dead, but Skarmory took quite a beating in the last video and took it like a champ, I might add. And if you checked out my channel lately, then you will probably know that 2 of my Crystal LP videos popped up on the related videos section of Chuggaaconroy's latest video, a mini trailer for his own Crystal LP. Apparently, I'm the only one who's finished a Crystal LP on YouTube. No, I have a hard time believing it. I mean, it's freaking Pokemon Crystal! Come on! It's supposed to be more popular than that! I mean, I can understand Ken's Labyrinth since it's sort of obscure, but Pokemon Crystal? Well, in any case, if that's true, it's not going to last long because Chugga is obviously going to finish his. But the main issue with Chugga's video isn't just that he's making a new LP, it's that my viewership took a huge hike upwards. I'm going to post a few graphics in the movie description just to show you how much it increased. I'm going to post the 2 videos that have been linked to by the related videos section of Chugga's video, and you're going to see it went from almost nothing on a daily basis to, wow, world records! Well, not really, but it's absolutely incredible how much it increased. And the total of all my views also increased a lot as well, and there was also... Oh, shit! Well, that wasn't the most brilliant thing to do, leave a Skarmory in front of a Nummo. I thought I could take it, but yes, not. That was pretty stupid, I gotta admit. I was like, oh yeah, my Skarmory can take anything! No, it can't. But, as I was about to say, my subscriptions also had a huge increase in the last few days, so yeah, I'm gonna go on YouTube Insight and screenshot the videos and show them all to you. And yes, it's been about a year since I've had that plug from Jamo 2000, and not to downplay what Jamo did for me or anything, but seriously, what's happening these days is probably even bigger, and we're talking only about being in the related videos section. Imagine if Chugga decided to plug someone's LPs. 100,000 views in a day? 200,000 maybe? Why not? It's like how Oprah, when she plugs a book, its sales skyrocket. It's sort of the same thing, except it's Chuggaaconroy. The Chugga Winfrey effect has sort of a nice ring to it. And I would like to take this opportunity to officially welcome anyone who found his way here through Chugga's channel, and I would like to remind you that there are a few ground rules to follow, unlike in Chugga's channel. But if you have 2 brain cells to rub together, then I assure you, you will be just fine. You'll blend in with the rest like, well, I'm trying to think of something funny to say, but apparently my brain is failing me right now. You suck, brain! You suck! But anyway, enough talk about Chugga. CoroCoro was leaked today, and we got a few interesting things out of it. No news about Zoro and Zoroark like we were promised, though maybe that's for Pokemon Sunday, I'm not exactly sure. But first things first, we are being promised some information regarding the new game that's supposed to come out later this year, whatever it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, mark April 8th on your calendars, because I'm expecting that this will be the date when the April edition of CoroCoro will be leaked, and so we are going to get our first glimpse at maybe, just maybe, Generation 5. And there was also something about the Ranger 3 special missions. There are 2 that don't give you Pokemon to download to your Generation 4 games, sort of like the Dialga, Palkia, and Shaymin missions in Ranger 2, and those missions are going to involve Giratina and Arceus. So, no downloading Giratina and Arceus from Ranger 3. And I've heard from Smogon today that, remember when I talked about that Eruption Heatran from Ranger 3? Well, as it turns out, it's stuck with a quiet nature. Now it boosts special attack, but it lowers speed. And if there's anything that an Eruption user needs more than special attack, it's speed! So you can sort of forget about Eruption Heatran, I think. And this is the guy who makes the Ash Flutes. As I said, I'm going to buy the first 3, and he gives me the suit sack so that I can collect the volcanic ash that is stuck on the tall grass, and that goes away whenever I step in the tall grass. And I am going to need to take, I think, 1,250 steps so that I can make all 3 flutes. So it's going to take a while, and I'm going to do this off-screen, of course, and I'll take advantage of this opportunity to grind Skarmory a little. And there was one last thing on CoroCoro, perhaps the most interesting thing of all. There will be a giveaway related to Movie 13 in Japan, and they will be handing out the 3 legendary dogs with special moves. Suicune will be having Sheer Cold. Well, might as well say it's getting nothing because Sheer Cold is banned from competitive play, but I guess if you're not playing competitively, then you can sort of have fun with the roulette or something. And not that I recommend it, because Articuno is still the only one who can combine a one-hit KO with either Mind Reader or Lock On, and Suicune doesn't have that option, so I guess that's out too anyway. Man, one-hit KOs suck. As for Raikou, is going to get Zap Cannon, which I guess could be useful if you really want to use a Raikou on a Gravity team, but otherwise just stick with Thunderbolt. And the big news is Entei, which finally gets a move that it has wanted for years. Flare Blitz, finally! Is Flareon the next stop on the Flare Blitz train, by the way? Hopefully so. But I had a lot to say about Flare Blitz Entei, but I'm running out of time, so I'm going to keep it for next week. Why next week? Because, well, this weekend there's going to be the Metroid Marathon over at thespeedgamers.com. I remind you that it's going to start tomorrow on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and it will last for 72 hours. And maybe if we get some news about Zoro in Pokemon Sunday, I will also talk about it next week. And speaking of Zoro, there was someone who made a funny comic about it, and I'm going to put that along with the rest in the movie description. So I will be seeing you next week when we continue our quest on Route 113.